Welcome back to my Dortmund career mode. We are going to be starting off this episode once again with the game against Bayern Munich, but this one is in the cup. It's the round of 16, so we're going to play the cup game, and then I think we're going to simulate this game as well as the last Champions League game, and then I think we're going to simulate this one against Mainz and then finish with RB Leipzig and Hoffenheim. We'll play those two to end the episode, and then we will be in the January transfer window next episode. So I'm going to try and see if I can sell a player this month so that we can make a signing, because right now we only have 14 million in our transfer budget, and I'm not sure how much we would be able to do with only 14 million. So I'm going to try and sell a player. So Toprak is being sold. I forgot for how much exactly, but it's not that much. But looking at players that I would be willing to get rid of, I think Emre Can might be the player who is the most expendable out of everyone right now. He hasn't played much. He's a really good player, but he's also worth a lot of money that we could use to bring in more players. So just to get some offers in, I'm going to put him on the transfer list. Don't know if we're going to sell him for sure or not. We will see about that. I mean, other than that, I'm not sure who to sell other than someone from our first team, which I do not want to do. I could put up Zagadou on the transfer list. Actually, he still is on the transfer list. The problem with selling him is that Piszczek would become our backup center back, and then we wouldn't have anyone else because Toprak's leaving. So we'll just have to see what we can do with these players that we listed now. Just gauge it from whatever offers we get this month. So round of 16 in the German Cup against Bayern Munich. We just beat them last episode 3-0, but we are going to put out a different looking team this time. A lot of players coming in from the bench. I think the only starters from the first team are Haaland and Hummels, I believe. Oh, and Guerrero and Berkey. See if we can start this episode the same we did last episode by beating Bayern Munich. Alright, this time Bayern is coming to our home to face us. It is a cup game, but our goal in this series is to win everything. That is our goal in this game. Already Rodrigo's through. It's actually his first game I'm actually using him. That ball is deflected pretty well. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to use Rodrigo. I have not used him at all in this FIFA. Hopefully we don't miss Sancho or Brandt on the wings too much. Good ball out to Rodrigo. Once again in a very good spot. Gets past his defender on his weak foot, and that is way over the bar. Ball to Guerrero, who is very good going forward. Good ball into Emre Can. Back to Bellarabi. Can he get an angle? Good save by Neuer. Corner is swinged in. Neuer is in a punch. He's actually going to catch that. That is not a very good corner. It is a good layoff. I actually did not mean to do that. This could give us a really good chance. Thorgan Hazard. Low driven shot. Right into the bottom right corner of the net. That is a very good finish from Hazard. I was wondering how he would do in cam, because Royce has been our main cam this season. But Hazard can play center forward, so that's kind of the position he's playing in this game. And that is a really good start. Very lucky. Not really planned, but I will take it. That is a interesting cross. Straight to Berkey. Man, when I played Bayern this season, they have struggled to create chances. Not sure why. Well, almost halftime and they still have not created anything. Haaland, that's a good turn. That's the turn I'm looking for. That is not the finish I'm looking for. That was a weak shot, easy for Neuer to save. And that is going to be halftime. See what Haaland can do. Rodrigo, Haaland, Hazard. That is just beautiful passing. And Hazard gets his second of the night. This is basically straight off of halftime. The passing is beautiful. Haaland with another assist. And whoever's in our cam spot seems to find goals. Hazard is replicating Royce's form. 2-0. We are looking very good. Once again versus Bayern. We've been dominating them this season, and it looks like that is continuing here. That is a good ball to Bellarabi. Bellarabi's got a lot of pace. Might just take it himself. Good save by Neuer. Off the top of his head. But he ends up collecting the ball. Man, I don't know what it is with this Dortmund career mode, because I've played other career modes on these same exact sliders on Ultimate, and I've struggled. But it just seems like in this career mode, I'm not struggling at all. I do not know why. This team is just so good. Because that ball almost gets to Hazard for another chance. Because in our Southampton career mode, I was struggling in the Premier League. I think Bellarabi just steals it. Pretty sure that we finished the season with quite a number of losses. Maybe it's just the Bundesliga is not as competitive, or I have no clue. Doesn't explain us beating Bayern multiple times though. This second team is performing pretty darn well, as I just pass it straight into a Bayern defender. Alright, 75 minutes played. Try to see if we can make some subs. I'm going to put Hazard up top, Rodrigo at cam, and then take off Haaland for Giovanni Reina. I'm going to bring on Toprak for Hummels. I think those are the only changes I'm going to make, so that my complete first team is rested for the next Bundesliga game. There's not been as many chances in the second half, but Bayern is just not creating anything, as this pass is way over the head of everyone. I'm so confused why Bayern is just not good in this career mode. They have such a good team. That's going to be offside. Very, very confusing to me. I struggle more against lower league teams in the Bundesliga than Bayern. But that's the case with a lot of different leagues in FIFA, so maybe it's just FIFA. I mean, this looks like I'm playing on, like, I don't even know any difficulty lower than Legendary, but it looks like I'm not playing on Ultimate. Just cut to the right with Bellarabi. That's blocked. Bayern are just not what they are in real life in this career mode. 89 minutes played. This game's pretty much over. Back heel, back to Hazard. That is our third. And that is pretty much game over. It actually is game over. Thorgan Hazard completes his hat trick to end the game. We just demolish Bayern Munich once again. 3-0 against Bayern Munich. Once again, they're embarrassed. Once again. Bayern Munich had 1 shot total and no shots on target. Alright, I think for the next game you play, I'm going to try altering the sliders. Alright, I'm going to put sprint speed and acceleration up to 49. And then pass error down to 50. And we'll try that. So I only changed pass error and sprint speed and acceleration. I'll put their marking up a little bit more. So maybe my players, or maybe the CPU players, will mark mine a little bit tighter. I just don't want them to mark them so tight that they're easy to break away from. So maybe I'll do 51. And we will try this. All right, next game is at home versus Dusseldorf. Probably pronounced that wrong. They are in 14th, so this should be an easy win. I'm going to simulate this game with the first team. They should be able to get the job done. They've lost their last 3 games, so this should be pretty simple for us. Royce scores in the 17th minute, puts us up 1-0. Bundesliga top leading scorer. Sancho puts us up 2-0 with a goal in the 41st minute. This is looking like a very comfortable win, as Witsel gets our third. They score 1 in the 80th minute, but we end up with a 3-1 win. So we get a transfer offer for Jadon Sancho. 170 million. I was not planning on selling him this season, but we definitely could if it came down to it. There was enough people in the comments that wanted me to sell him. I would, but for now, I'm just going to leave that offer and just let it sit there. All right, next game is the final game of the Champions League group stage. We are already finishing top of the group no matter what, so I'm just going to simulate this game with the second team. No matter what, we are top of the group. So I am just going to skip this. We lose 1-0, but it does not matter. Like I said, here is the final group stage standings. Barcelona beat Atalanta, so they will go through in second, and we are going through in first. Our next game is against Mainz, and they are in the bottom half of the table, I believe. Yes, 11th. So I think we are going to simulate this game as well. The first team will be playing this. There's only a few changes. Scholes and Delaney come in, as well as Bellarabi for Sancho. But I think we still should be able to get the job done. 45 minutes played. As I say that, Delaney scores, puts us up 1-0. That is very good to see. 70 minutes played, nothing. Haaland scores actually. So 2-0 up, looking good. And that's how the game ends. It's a 2-0 win away from home. Even in simulated games, we're not losing. Alright, so we haven't got any more offers for any other players. So I am not sure how we're going to try and get some money for January. But we have a huge game up next. It is first versus second. We are facing RB Leipzig. We are 6 points ahead of them, but they could close it to 3 points if they're able to beat us. But we are going to try and prevent that from happening. They don't have Timo Werner anymore because he's with Bayern Munich. So I'm not sure who's going to be playing up top for them. We are going to try out these little tiny adjustments to the sliders. See if it makes a difference. See if the CPU plays a little better, I guess. So we will have to see about that. Let's see what we can do. First versus second in the Bundesliga.
Well, what a great sight this is. The packed Signal Iduna Park.
Alright, we need to protect our home ground this game. First versus second. Leipzig is a very good team, but we are capable of beating them. We need to show that. There's a very good ball out early on. Poulsen's up top for them. That ball is crossed in. Guerrero is able to clear it at the last second. They have an early corner here. Decent corner, but Berkey is able to catch that. So Witzel can go on a little bit of a run here. Probably get caught up. You try and break down their defense. They seem to be pressuring a lot early on. Go out to Hakimi, crossing it in. Brandt almost gets to that, and the ball bounces in front of Sancho, and he heads the ball over the bar. That was a very awkward chance, but it was a chance. See if we can work this ball into Royce. Back to Witzel. Haaland. It's actually to Sancho. Turns, fights off the defender, and that is rebounded right back to him. And he puts it in the net. That is another very lucky goal. Sancho is able, he fights off the defender, and it's a good save by Leipzig's keeper. But it's just straight back to him, and it's an open net. Very, very scrappy. But I will take it. Jadon Sancho puts us up early. 1-0. All into Royce. Witzel. Can't turn. Probably should have just had a shot there. Hummels is able to win that back. Off a clearance. That is not a good pass by Royce. Ball is played. Witzel covering. But that is going to be offside. They do seem a bit more threatening than Bayern did. I don't know if that's because of the slider adjustment. But we'll have to see. So we could have another chance here. Trying to be patient. Out to Sancho. Kimi into Zakaria. Witzel. Haaland. Can he put this away? He can. 2-0. Right before halftime. Perfect time to score. Haaland puts us up 2-0. Very good passing once again. Played right into Haaland. And he puts that away superbly. Pretty much the best time to score, as that is halftime. Ball is going to be crossed in. Gets to a Leipzig player. That is a very tame header for Berkey to save. Ball is played into Sancho. Defense is going to catch up. Kimi. Very good outlet run. Into Haaland. That is a very weird header. And it is saved by the keeper. He like heads the ball straight into the ground. Corner is crossed in. Haaland has another chance. And that is way over the bar. Alright, Royce is going to come out for Hazard. Witsel is going to come out for Emre Can. And then Jadon Sancho is going to come out for Bellarabi. 15 minutes to go. We're still up 2-0. We are looking pretty good still. Alright, they have a lot of numbers forward here. Hummels tries to get a tackle away, but he doesn't. That pass is horrible into Berkey. That looked like they had an opportunity right there to get a really good chance, but they just squandered it. Now we could go up the other end and have a very good chance. Into Brandt. All the time in the world. And he puts that in. 3-0 once again. We seem to average 3 goals a game, it seems. These are with the adjusted sliders. These are more closer to default ultimate. And I do feel a difference. I do feel like the CPU is a little more creative attacking. Like their passing is a little tiny bit more crisper. But we are still just dominating this league. This team is so good. And it looks like we are going to get another 3 points. And these are kind of big, huge 3 points. Because now Leipzig is going to be another 3 points behind us. I'm not sure how many points the third place team has. But I think this might make our lead at the top grow even more. See if we can keep our clean sheet. Klosterman has the ball in our box. Why did I say that? Why did I even say that? Olsen scores. I pretty much jinxed it. Ball is crossed in. Olsen turns, gets it past Berkey, who's had a very good game, Berkey. But that's not going to matter much. I've never used Berkey in a career mode either as a keeper, and he's probably one of the best keepers I've used in FIFA in a long time. He makes so many saves, even though his overall isn't as high as like Ter Stegen or other keepers I've used before. He is just a solid keeper. And that is going to be the game. So we take down second place Leipzig at home 3-1. So after that game, our lead is now 9 points at the top. We have an 11-point lead ahead of Bayern Munich. We look like the Bayern of this season. 14 wins out of 16 games. How many goals we've scored as well? 44 goals. This has just been like a picture perfect start to the season. Alright, so the last game of this episode and the last game before the January transfer window is going to be away versus Hoffenheim. They are in 5th, so they've been doing pretty well. There's no reason why we shouldn't take them down as well, like we have every single other team in the league. Alright, we have a few players who retired, so Batshuayi comes in for Haaland, Hazard comes in for Royce, and Chan comes in for Axel Witsel. Zagadou also comes in for Hummels. Hopefully that doesn't stop us from ending this episode on a win.
Yeah, it's a great day for football in this lovely stadium. Martin Tyler here along Borussia.
Alright, let's end this episode on a win. Although it's very funny that I'm more scared of Hoffenheim than I was of Bayern or Leipzig. Hoffenheim is a team that I'm more afraid of losing to. Especially since we have some starters out this game. Ball is played out on the wing. Cross is going to be way over everybody, but it's going to catch up to another Hoffenheim player. Brandt makes a tackle. Can he win it back? He does. Might have another chance here. Immediately, Emre Can has all the room in the world. Saved by the keeper. There's a very good early chance that Chan is unable to put away. Ball into Hazard. Able to get away from his defender, but still, they're defending pretty well here. And that ball is not a good pass to Hazard. Ball into Jadon Sancho. Hazard. Back to Sancho. Can he turn? Left-footed strike. Actually on his right foot. And I believe that is an own goal. I thought he would take it with his left, but he goes for a right-footed curling shot straight at a defender, and he chests the ball into the net. It actually looks like it's off his arm. That is another lucky goal. What is happening this episode? Well, we are 1-0 up, 25 minutes played. Not going to complain. See if we can work it around again and get our second. Guerrero, see if he can cross this in. Batshuayi almost gets to it, but no one can redirect it at the goal. Here's a good ball that I missed. Piszczek is going to try to recover. Thiago Silva clears that. 2 extra minutes. Can we get one more chance? Ball is into Hazard. Weird angle. He's going to get the shot. Try to sweat it. But that looks like it is going to be halftime. Piszczek with a very good block. They look threatening when they're coming forward, so I am a little nervous. I would like another goal here. There's a long through ball out on the wing. Zagadou is covering. Cross is in. Thiago Silva. Not sure who headed it back to Berkey, but Berkey ends up with the ball. I want another goal here. Batshuayi's making a decent run. It's gonna be the ball's gonna be behind him though. Sancho's now in the middle. Horrible fake shot by me. Aria winning the ball back into Sancho. Can that be our second? It is saved by the keeper. All right, Zakaria is gonna come out for Delaney. Julian Brandt is gonna come out for Bellarabi, and then I think I'll sub off Sancho right before the game ends. Let's swing this cross in. No one goes for it at all. At least Bellarabi is there to clean up. Out to Piszczek. Sancho's making a good run. Passes defender. Ball is crossed in and he can't find anyone. Ball into Hazard. Chan. Batshuayi. And that is our second goal. Our passing is just top notch. Ball into Emre Can, I believe. Batshuayi backs up. Gets onside. And that's actually deflected, so that might be another lucky goal. Looks like it's deflected off the defender's knee. But it ends up in the back of the net. We are 2-0 up. Alright, Sancho's gonna come off for Hakimi. I have no other wingers. Hakimi is gonna play or end this game at right wing. Man, even missing some of our first team players, still able to dominate this game as we get very close to making it 3. But that looks like that's gonna be the game. Actually, it's another corner. It was deflected. Can we make it 3? No idea. Thiago Silva with the shot over the bar. But that is another 3 points. We did not lose this episode at all. 3 played games, 3 wins, and then 2 simulated, maybe 3 simulated games. Or actually we did lose. We lost in the Champions League. But that game didn't matter. We are still on our winning streak in the Bundesliga. Another very good performance. Alright, so we end today's episode with our lead at the top, still at 9 points. We are looking very, very good. Now, we have 3 options for the January transfer window. First option is to try and sign a player with this amount of money, though I'm not sure what kind of quality we can get for only 14 million, especially with the realism mod that makes players' values a lot more realistic and a lot more higher. Second option is to sell Jadon Sancho, which I don't really want to do, but I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility. We would make a lot of money from that deal and we could use it to sign other players. But that would weaken our team a lot because he's 88 rated. I'm pretty sure he's our highest rated player. Option number 3 would be to use a financial takeover from the catalog. I don't know how much money that would give us exactly. I'm pretty sure it gives us at least like 70 million, right? So that is another option if we wanted to use that. If we did do the financial takeover, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't spend all the money. I would sign the players that you guys have suggested, so that we have them to finish the season. So that could be an option. Maybe I will do the financial takeover and sign maybe 1 or 2 players from this list. So if you guys have anyone else that I need to add to the transfer list, leave them in the comments. I feel like the financial takeover might be the best way to go if we want to sign more players this window, because I don't want to sell Sancho. And I also don't think we'd be able to do much with only 14 million. So you guys are gonna have to leave your feedback in the comments about that. This is gonna be the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode, and I hope you all have a great day.